Hey everybody, Captain Dan here. Today we're going to be bringing you something a little different. When we first moved here, from the west coast of Florida to the east coast of Florida, Key Largo, really didn't know very much about how to fish here. I mean, things that were like patch reef fishing and fishing offshore were really kind of foreign. We used to come down here once a year to come down lobstering, but you know, the learning curve is really huge whenever you move from one location to another. So that was one of the reasons why we started our YouTube channel, was to help other people as we were learning from other YouTubers how to fish here, to give that information to other people who were coming down to Key Largo. So as a result of us doing some of our videos, a guy reached out to me one day and wanted to meet with me. And his name is Captain Ryan, and he owns a charter service out of Tavernier, Florida. So I went down to go meet with this guy, and turns out he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And maybe more importantly, he knows his stuff down here in Key Largo. I'm not sure exactly how long he's been chartering down here or how long he's been fishing, but this is a guy who really, really knows his stuff. And he's got something called a Seakeeper 2 that he installed on his boat, which I believe is one of the only, if the only, Seakeeper 2s on a boat of his size. So when you go out on his charter, well, you'll see why it's really, really important. But he knows his stuff, like I mentioned before, and he's taught me a lot. And so I wanted to kind of highlight him, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in this next upcoming video. He was actually featured 2 times in Florida Sportsman magazine, once for his extremely awesome yellowtail fishing, and then another one for the Seakeeper 2, which you're going to see firsthand in this video. So follow me, and you'll see this video firsthand, and you'll meet a really, really, really awesome captain, Captain Ryan. Tavernier Creek Waterway. And there is Tavernier Creek Marina.
So when you're out there, you know how you're fishing in the trough? You're trolling.
Oh yeah.
And you got your bouncing.
Yeah. You're taking a beating back and forth.
Yeah, you fish by yourself.
Yeah.
I fish by myself a lot. So when you're out there like trying to manage the rods and you're falling, and that's just the reality of the fishing when you're on a small boat. And that's why I liked you, because when I saw your video, I'm like, this guy fishes.
I've been doing that
for years. And I'm like, I'm a small boat guy too, man. I started with a little Mako. And I do the same thing, man. I just go out there and do my thing, and it's fun. It's addicting.
Most of the time, I'd rather go by myself.
Yeah,
most of the time.
And I'm like that. Yeah. I like to fish by myself.
Yeah, people don't understand that. Like, you go all the way out there by yourself?
Yeah, it's
dangerous. It's not. It's just...
You just got to methodically fish. And I fish by myself a lot.
Yeah.
That's how I decompress.
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
Sort of relaxation.
Yeah, I run to decompress. I do that a little bit to get out there and I get away from everything out there.
Yeah, it's like, that's why I liked your videos. It's like, yeah, he fishes by himself. This reminds me of me.
Yeah.
When and
cool.
But,
this is amazing. I have never seen anything like this before. I mean, it just felt like a big hand just grabbed it and stopped it. Yeah. And even right now, we can't, right? Jeez. So it's on. It's in here.
Yeah. So right now I'm like, so we gotta turn back on the.
Okay. So now we can rock it again.
Seakeeper's on.
Okay, let's do it.
So you can't do it.
Okay, you can't.
No.
All right. So then if we turn it off. All right. So we just turned it off. There it is, right there. So now we can.
Yep. So now we can get the boat.
So let's say we got waves coming.
I'll stand and get the waves rocking so it'll unstabilize again.
Yep. Okay. So because I ran that video.
So imagine that you're out there fishing that confused sea.
Taking a beating, banging.
You get fish on.
All right. So we're rocking.
Trying to get the fish to the boat. Your boat's getting the shit kicked out of you, and then
I'm gonna hit it now.
Then turn the Seakeeper on.
And it's just like that. And now you can't rock it. You're trying, but you can't.
It won't rock.
Ha! That's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing.
So
pretty cool.
But so for me, it was about.
That's amazing.
Everybody's like, so instead of buying a new boat, this boat turned this boat into a yacht.
Yeah.
When you're driving in a small boat across current on a southwest wind, your boat's getting you're getting wet, you're getting the shit kicked out of you.
Right.
You know that.
Yeah.
Coming east, you got wind against the current.
Even like coming in, when you're coming in, let's say, when you're coming in and you just, sometimes you hit that right after you get over the reef. Sometimes it's just rough.
It's horrible.
And the water's, so this stops that too?
Stops it. When the boat wants to run straight, and it stops the boat from getting like hammered on the side.
So you're still steering. You're still working your GPS. You're still going. You know, you get your heading.
Yeah.
But
you're not fighting it.
Just does that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell it does that.
It's freaky, and I've never been able to run this boat 30 knots and 3 footers. This boat just runs straight.
You taught me something brand new today. You know, something like that existed. So yeah, very cool.
Now, Seakeeper's been around for a long time.
That's the cover here. That
yeah. And it's yacht technology and aerospace. It's for airplanes and stuff.
Yeah.
So these guys like came up with this idea, and now they had it available for like 32 footers and stuff.
That's what it said on there when I pulled it up.
This thing there, it's like it was for 27 footers. So my wife and I are like, well, let's just go talk to them and see if they come out with something for a smaller boat.
Oh, so this was your idea?
Yeah, we wanted to get a Seakeeper, just for safety and stability for a small boat.
Yeah,
For me, I get a lot of kids. I don't want kids to be able to walk around the boat. And it takes that pressure off me of somebody falling.
Yep.
And the fishing's good. It takes the
falling off.
There's
been times when I've been like thrown, you know, and I'm like, whoa, I almost go over.
It adds a level of stability.
Yeah, big time.
And the fishing off this thing now is like, it's freaking incredible.
So when you're anchored, same thing?
Boat does not rock and roll.
And what does it do? All right, so what does it run off of? Does it take a battery
off
power?
The normal battery alternator off your DC battery.
Okay.
And it's like, so it just as it runs, it charges.
And is it heavy? Where it adds a lot of weight to your boat?
Yeah, it's 2 people.
It's 2 people.
Two people. It's like 400 pounds. But now, when I went and talked to them, it's like, yeah, we'll just put a Seakeeper 2 in your boat. It'll fit. And I was like, well, how are you going to fit it? We're going to put it in the console. So if you want to...
Oh, that's where it is? It's not back here?
Nope.
Oh.
So to take out all the room, like I didn't want to give up any space.
Did you give up the bathroom?
Yeah, so I gave up the bathroom.
Well, I don't know how the wife would feel about that.
But it's encapsulated in a box. I call it the magic box. So this is one of the first 10 off the assembly line. But they had to take this.
There it is, right there. That's it.
That's it. So.
Oh yeah, I could see it's heavy. I mean, I could see, you know, it's big. It's a big unit. Look at that.
So they had to take that thing apart piece by piece, and one of the installers. So it took them a little while because obviously the space is so confined.
Right.
But because the sail pitch has a big cuddy, they were able to fit it inside here.
It's not very loud. I mean, it sounds like.
We always joke that
sounds like a big mouth.
It's like you always joke that you hum, that the humming attracts the fish. So you can
very cool.
You know what I mean? Everybody's got their theories on fish attracting devices. It's like, that hum. They like that hum.
They'll come for that.
Yeah, they'll come off the bottom for that, right?
Holy shit.
Oh my God! So that's it, man.
There it is, right there, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was thinking about.
I mean, it works like amazing works. It's not like,
oh my God.
It's not like, it's okay,
not like,
or it does something.
You know, it's not like I'm happy with it. It's like I'm
ecstatic.
Ecstatic with it.
Yeah,
Man.
I hear you.
Because it just did something for me too. Because when I get off the boat at the end of the day, I'm like 100%.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like somebody took a bat to me all damn day. I come off the boat, I'm
like
like,
your knees are like beat up.
Yeah.
So it basically added another 15 years to my fishing life. It's essentially, and my clients.
You're not selling me on one of these now, damn.
Yeah. So my clients are.
Oh, they must love it.
They love it. So I had some money. I was saving money for a new boat.
Yeah.
So I was like,
why?
The boat was like, I love my boat. It took me a long time to get here. So I was like, let's try the Seakeeper. So
now you got a new boat?
Yeah, it turned it into a new boat.
You got a new boat?
It turned it into like an amazing ride.
Yeah. I mean, you put a lot into a boat. You build it. You
yeah.
can, 2 guys can buy the identical boat. In 5 years, it's a completely different boat.
Right. You see those guys out there rocking, or you know what it's like in those.
Man, I'm rocking out.
Those big guys are still they're teetering back and forth to begin with.
They're like this.
Yeah.
No, that's a wonderful idea. I never thought of it. Never even thought it was possible.
So I started like researching it like years ago, and I prayed that they make a smaller unit, and they just released it in December at the.
So this is a new unit they didn't make for you, but they just happened to.
They were releasing it.
Got it.
So the Seakeeper 3's been around for a couple years for like your bigger 32s and 37s and 42s, but So I prayed. I was like, man, what if they made one for a smaller boat? It wouldn't that be? It would be perfect.
Right.
And yeah, man, I started this. I found this like 3 years ago, Seakeeper, and I was like, oh man, what if they did it? What if they did it? And they did it. And I heard about it, and I was like, made an appointment at the Miami Boat Show, and met with the installers at Tri-Seas Stabilizers. They're down here, and they're like the dealer and the installer for that. You know how it goes. They're like the dealer. So I met with them in the VP of Sales, and I did I went on did the demo.
Yeah.
I walked off the boat and said sold.
On what? What kind of boat did you
It was on a 32 contender.
Wow. Okay.
And that boat stopped 95% of the roll.
And they rock like crazy, those contenders.
And they told me, man, we'll put it in your 25, or this is a 24. And it'll stop 98%. And it did, man. It does it. The roll angle is crazy.
All right, so now the real question, because what does something like this cost? Is it like, it's a few grand, or it's like, I got a loan,
there's
mortgage on the house?
It's pricey, but it was cheaper for me to buy it than buy a new boat.
Oh, sure.
So that's what my decision was. So I took the funds I had saved for years that I was going to buy a new boat,
right?
And then I bought the Seakeeper instead.
Okay, so not to be specific, but is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 15?
Oh, no, it's like is
it 20?
It's like 25,000, 22 to 25,000, and then then the install can be anywhere between 5 and 10 grand, depending on how.
Get up to like 30, 35 grand.
Yeah, so in the end, I think it was like 30 to 35,000 to get everything done. So basically, I just bought a new boat.
Yeah.
It would take me years to I'd have to get new GPSs. I'd have to
no, you'd have to build it again. Yeah, you build it again.
It ended up costing me like 150 to 200,000 depending on the boat.
And then you become familiar with your boat, so you know this boat. You buy a new boat, you've got a new boat to deal with. That's what stops me from doing it. 100 times we talked about buying a bigger boat, duals, this, that, and then we go, you know what?
Yeah.
This boat does everything I want it to do.
That's
why am I going to go get another boat?
Why are you going to need a new boat? And that's the way, and that's I'm like, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So I tell people, it's like, we need a big boat.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? What are you going to use that big boat for? If you're going to tournament fish and you need to be out there in that stuff to try to tournament fish, sell fish, you probably need a bigger ride. But if you're going to be like fishing,
there it is.
I go, all you need to do is just buy a 24-foot center console, and then and then have it retrofitted with a Seakeeper and spend a little extra, and you got a boat for life.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's going to be stable, and you don't have to worry about it. And then you've bought yourself a $150,000 boat for less. You know what I mean?
Right. So, less maintenance, less fuel, less everything. Yeah, so we rock it even just sitting here.
Yeah, so if you take that, it's like when I'm cleaning the boat at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I turn it on, and I'm like,
that's it. Just lock.
And it just locks in, and now the boat still goes up and down with the natural motion.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Right.
If that doesn't happen, then you're going to sink your ride. So you can't fight Mother Nature.
That's right.
So you gotta.
So it does this.
Yeah,
But not this.
And when you're fishing east, when you got wind and current colliding out there, it's like takes it out of the equation now.
No, it totally does. I would never. You couldn't have explained this to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got to feel it.
It's hard because the videos don't do it justice.
You got to feel it.
Yeah.
When you did that the first time, I was like, "Whoa!" Like, how the hell that happened?
And I wasn't like, I thought it was voodoo magic.
Yeah.
I thought, I go, these videos aren't right. It can't be true.
Just stop.
And I had to be the one like you to say, oh my gosh, this is crazy how well this works.
Very cool.
So, yeah, then you add the sea deck on top of it, and it really turns it into.
That's this stuff?
Yeah, a little fun boat there. So it has that extra traction.
Does it make it harder to clean?
I sacrifice that for comfort levels.
Okay. So, I mean, when it gets all full of blood and guts.
Yeah, it comes off pretty good. This deck is 3 years old, so I'm just getting ready to have it. Every 3 years I replace it.
Okay.
So this fall, then I have that new cut job done. So.
Cool. Yeah, very nice. Really nice. It looks just comfortable. It looks like a comfortable boat to fish in.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you determine like when you? Because I'm not really too familiar with charter boats. I went out once or twice in my life, but do they determine what they want to? Like I want to catch yellowtail today. So is that what we're doing today, or?
Usually what I do on a trip, I feel them out a little bit. I like to fish for what's biting.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a really good live bait guy you should get a hold of sometime.
I need a live bait guy.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
because I've been trying to catch my own, and I'm like, it's a hit or miss.
It's cheaper to call him. I found out that you spend more in chum and time and gas.
Yep. Okay.
So, and he's feeding frenzy bait, and it's Ernie Patone.
How do you get him from point A back to the boat alive? Or is he on the water?
No, he'll bring him to your house.
No shit.
Yeah. If I have him delivered every morning.
No kidding.
Yeah, he brings them right to my boat, and then in the wintertime I'll set up a pen.
Yeah, I've got a pen, so I would do that.
So he can if you're going out the next day.
Yeah.
Like say if you need him, let's say for example if you're like leaving like midday and he can't deliver, he says I'll just bring him to you. He'll pen him up for you. Now what makes him really good is that they're sabiki bait, one at a time.
So they're not.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Okay.
And they stay alive.
Are they like this big? I mean.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Some of those things. I mean, he brings you some good baits. So
is there a minimum? I can't imagine him coming out for $30 worth of bait.
Usually, what I do is because I take 4 dozen because I time my time. You know what I mean? So I tell people that get some bait and have it penned up. So you just buy 4 dozen. If you're not going to use them all,
right?
Then pen them.
Well, I live on a canal, so I mean I can just keep them in the pen.
You're in Key Largo, right?
Yeah.
So you got great water. Up
yeah,
there.
I got a pen.
Yeah. So if you get 4 dozen baits, $125.
So he'll come and deliver 4 days. He'll do that little. Okay.
Yep, and that's what I get every day. I get 4 dozen.
Okay.
And that's a good amount of baits. But I use all stand-up rods. Once in a while, I got a little bent butt that I use. And I run downriggers, and then I catch a lot of wahoo off live bait.
So just standing still, or you're slow trolling?
Slow trolling.
Slow trolling.
I've caught more big wahoo this past season live baiting.
And what's the bait?
Goggle eyes.
It is goggle eyes, huh?
Goggle eyes, and the best baits are Speedos.
I have caught some Speedos on my own.
Yeah, brother.
And man, they get everything.
Speedos catch everything.
Everything.
That's like the best bait.
Yeah.
I'm about like giving back, man.
Yeah. So are we. That's how we started this.
Life is too short, and I don't believe in like having somebody pay me for like fishing information. So I just want people to be successful. And if you're like nice, it's like if you're a nice person, man, you should be able to. I mean, you're spending time and money, and you're trying. And nobody taught me anything. Like I had like 2 or 3 guys that weren't captains, and they showed me a little bit.
Right.
But everything I learned on my own, I go, man, I really wish I would have had somebody to help me.
Yeah, because the learning curve could be long.
It could be long. And you're spending lots of money, and it's not like it used to be where you can fill up for this much and that much and spend the whole day out there. You're bringing your family to go fishing. You want to be successful.
Yeah.
So. But I was thinking is you and I could go fishing.
Man, I'd love to go out with you one of these days. Yeah.
For fun, you know?
Yeah. Do you still fish? Can you still fish for fun? Is it still fun to fish?
Hey, dude, I'm addicted, man. I fish all the time. So what I'm thinking is, if you want to go fishing, I can show you some wahoo baits I use.
Yeah, I'd love to go out and spend the day. Can they cancel without any fee?
One thing about my business is I don't take deposits.
Oh.
And I don't hold people accountable for paying me.
What does that mean?
Like if they cancel, then
nothing.
But that's
really good of you.
But that's just the way I've run my business.
I say people cancel, and you weren't taking another. You could have had another reservation. You know. Got it. Hey, listen, brother. That's.
I gotta
kudos to you.
I gotta operate like that. It's just my conscience.
Cool. Good.
You know, so people, money's tough, man, for people. If they come down here and they spend money to go on vacation, they're spending $600 for a room nowadays for a couple days. They got kids.
Yeah.
Kids are freaking nuts, man. I don't know how parents can afford to pay for their kids nowadays.
I don't know. We went to Orlando and watched people at Disney, and I was like, man, dude, you're going in the hawk for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Man.
I know, it's nuts. So it's just how I run it. People give me a hard time. Why did you do that? I was like, hey man, if I lose out, I lose out.
That's your thing, yeah.
So somebody else come along.
Sleep better at night.
So just definitely, I wanted to meet you. I really liked how you do your thing, man. I just had this feeling, and I've always got a gut feeling about people.
We just started it for the same reason. We used to come here every year for a week. You hit it, and you know what the hell you're doing. So I was like, there's so many people that are Googling Key Largo and the Keys. I was like, let me help them. Yeah. So if I could show them how to catch a grouper, what I'm doing out there.
Show them something new, man.
Let them be productive when they get here. Then they get a story when they go home.
Yeah.
So that was why we started.
Get a story, and it's like, hey, I mean, for me, it's like a lot of guys are different. They're like, oh, they're not going to book a trip. No, they don't give them that information. It's like, you know what? That person's going to end up telling somebody else about me.
True. No, that's true.
And it's like, and you can give a person all the information you can, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do it.
And they're not going to get the same results.
Because it's a lot of work, and it's like, I don't really want to do this, But the guy that wants to put in the time and be better at something, it's great.
Yeah.
So, but he might eventually want to book a trip.
Yeah, or know somebody.
Or know somebody.
So absolutely.
So for me, that's great, and I like to teach people.
Cool.
So,
good man. Very
all
good.
good, brother.
I can't tell you how happy I am to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you, dude.
Pleasure.
You're just like I thought you'd be.
Great. Oh, man, nice. I think.
Perfect. No, in a good way. Trust me.
All right. Well, Captain Ryan and I had an awesome meeting. Good day. We're going to fish together. We are going to fish together. So you'll see us out there. All right. Really good meeting with Ryan. Really enjoyed talking with him. And like I said, really looking forward to kind of having a really great relationship and a good friendship. I could tell he's the kind of guy that definitely want to kind of hang out with and learn from. So thank you, YouTube family, and follow me.